Golden trevally or goldies are one of tropical Australia's most sought after flat species, and for good reason. They consistently come up into shallow water to feed, often with their tails out of the water while they're grubbing on the bottom, offering fly anglers a great opportunity to sight fish for them. Although they can be fussy feeders at times, a well-presented shrimp or crab pattern will usually get eaten. Then it's just a case of clearing the line and hanging on. This fish got into the backing very quickly. Knowing how much pressure you can put on a fish without breaking a tippet or straightening a hook is very important. I'm using a 20-pound tippet here, which would be very difficult, if not impossible, to break through a bent fly rod. Finally, a quality reel with a smooth drag will allow you to put pressure on the fish and play it with confidence. Sideways pressure with a low rod angle in the opposite direction to what the fish is swimming will usually slow them down quickly. If you're on your own, putting the electric motor into anchor lock will stop the boat drifting. I'm going pretty hard on this fish, just to get him in quickly and release him. I like to keep constant pressure on and take the fight up to the fish. If you intend releasing it, the sooner it's landed, the better. I've actually got the knots in the end of my backing in the guides at the moment, so I'm being a bit careful before I finally get the fly line back on the reel. It's good to change the angles when you're playing a fish like this. Keeping the rod on a fairly low angle, but still keeping plenty of bend in it. You can't put the same amount of pressure on a fish if you've got a high angle. I've got the end of my leader in my hand. I don't normally bring the leader inside my guides. If a fish runs and you do that, a knot might get caught and break the tippet. It's a bit tricky on my own doing this. This is where a lot of people lose fish. You've just got to be cool, be calm. Be ready to let him run if he's going to go, but he's pretty well worn out now, this fish. Down where I can tail him. Shrimp fly in the corner of his mouth there. And I'm getting old and a bit hard to lean over, but there we have a golden trevally. They're a beautiful fish. They're one of Australia's iconic flat species, and they really are up there with some of the best flat species around. And don't let people fool you and say they're really easy, because at times they can be really difficult, and they're a great fighting fish, just a fantastic flats fish to catch.